Hey guys, it's Simon. This is Pro Wrestling Unlimited as we are here on what's today's date? 11th of November, 2020 to talk about everything. Let's fix this camera. That happened tonight on Monday Night Raw. And yes, guys, we are live on both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Thought I'd try something different. Had a lot of people saying, hey, I don't have a Twitch account. I don't want to sign up for Twitch. You moved all your live streams to Twitch. So this week we're going to test out and see how it works doing both Twitch and YouTube together. If it works good, we'll continue to do it. If it doesn't work that well, then we'll stick to just Twitch. But with that, I want to say thank you to everybody that is joining us here, twitch.tv/PW Unlimited. Remember, here on Twitch, you can help us out a couple of different ways, either by hitting that donation button down below or by giving us a Twitch bits. Also, if you subscribe here on Twitch, you can do that a couple of different ways, either with a tiered subscription or for free with Amazon Prime, because if you have Amazon Prime, not only can you watch the second Borat movie, but you can also subscribe to one channel on Twitch with Prime Gaming, and we'd greatly appreciate it if we were that one channel that you did subscribe to. Also, I do want to thank everybody that is watching live right now on YouTube as well. And like I said, we'll see how this all goes, streaming both on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. But we're here to talk about Monday Night Raw. We're 2 weeks out from, well, less than 2 weeks out from Survivor Series. So yeah, let's jump right into it. So, Monday Night Raw kicked off with, well, Miz TV. And the guest for Miz TV were the current Raw Tag Team Champions, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, The New Day. Now, here's my question. It's okay to just call them The New Day, right? Even though they're not with Big E anymore. It's not, well, we have to say just Kofi and Xavier, or do we just say The New Day and everyone knows who we're talking about? I assume that's what it is, since they're the tag team, and then you just got Big E. So, Morrison came out to his own music tonight, which was very good, and he got his slow-mo. And where was I? He was going to introduce New Day, but Randy Orton would interrupt instead. Orton didn't appreciate The Miz, or how The Miz... No, I wrote this way wrong. Orton didn't appreciate that Miz thought his show was more important than any match he is in. Orton accused Miz of calling Stamford to put him in this situation because the briefcase was the only way he could win the title. Orton said they kicked Miz out of the locker room years ago and wished, well, they never let him back. He also told Morrison that he took his ball and went home years ago as well, just to go wrestle in the quote-unquote minor leagues. Orton then turned his back and offered Miz a shot. Miz and Morrison decided to play nice instead. Miz said they were just wanting to get a little closer to the tag team champions. New Day would finally come out. They thought it was funny that the men in the ring were all going off the verbal strong style. So they wanted to go in the ring and laugh at them. As soon as the New Day hit the ring, Orton gave Kofi Kingston an RKO, though. Miz and Morrison tossed Woods from the ring. This then allowed McIntyre to run out and go after Orton, but Miz hit him from behind with a briefcase. Miz and Morrison held up McIntyre so Orton can give him an RKO, and then Orton left. Orton was really good here on the mic. I loved the, promo that Randy Orton cut. And Kofi Kingston came off, well, like a geek taking that RKO. Since Saturday, today is the 9th, I looked at my date down below on my computer, and it said 11/9, so if I said the 11th, that's why. It's called my dyslexia kicking in again. Seeing one number and thinking it's the correct number. So next up, we got a triple threat match. Winner of this match was second chance Survivor Series qualifier, if that makes sense. Triple threat match, Riddle, Elias, Jeff Hardy. Winner moves on to Team Raw in the men's 5-on-5 elimination tag team match. So the beginning of this was dumb because Elias is like, I'm going to play my song now. No one's going to interrupt. And then he stops, looks around. No one's going to interrupt me. And he kept stopping 2 or 3 times and then finally goes, all right, I'm just going to play. Starts playing and then Jeff Hardy interrupts. And I'm like, no bueno. It's just too overplayed. It was funny before when it was just like, he's not expecting it and he thinks he can just go. But I don't know. So this match starts off, and again, we know it's just Riddle. Not Matt Riddle, just Riddle. This Tron also only shows the name Riddle. They went to a break about 2 minutes into this match, and nothing happened in those first 2 minutes. Elias was in control after the break. Hardy made a comeback, which led to everyone trading moves. Hardy set up Riddle for a twist of fate, but Elias caught him with a knee strike. Riddle gave them both the Bro Derek, and he ended up hitting Elias with that move. So Riddle has qualified to Team Raw in the Survivor Series 5-on-5 match. Cool, I guess. So AJ Styles was in the back with Jordan Amogben, and he was speaking with Adam Pearce. They shook hands, and after Pearce left, Charlie Caruso walked up and goes, "Oh, AJ, what was that all about?" And Styles said that it wasn't about anything. They were just talking as old friends. Styles asked she then asked Styles if he was happy about Riddle qualifying for the team, and he said yes, he really was. He thought Riddle was the one missing component that they needed, and Sheamus would interrupt. Sheamus said he wasn't happy that he has to now team with Riddle, and threatened to kick him in the head if he doesn't comply. Styles thought that they should have a team meeting tonight in the ring. Charlie Caruso asked if Sheamus thought that AJ Styles was the team captain. He said no. Styles is not my captain. Braun Strowman would walk up and say, "Styles is not my captain." So if you guys don't get the joke there, it's all the people that used to say, Donald Trump is not my president. Donald Trump is not my president. That's what this was a joke I'm going to play on. So we're still in the back, and Mustafa Ali is there with Retribution. He said that Ricochet was a good guy and courageous for standing on his own. However, you can't change anything on your own. Mia Yim said that it was easy to feel alone when you're misguided. Ali said, quote, "We will not rest until we shut you down." Okay. Cool. Drew Gulak was seen in the back wearing a suit. He approached the Hurt Business, basically stated that he wanted to join them. Bobby Lashley was going to grab him by the tie, but it was a clip-on and it came right off. MVP couldn't believe he approached them wearing a cheap tie. So they beat him down. R-Truth came up and pinned him. 1, 2, 3. Bada bing, bada boom. R-Truth, new champ. We also got a Veterans Day video package. Veterans Day is this Wednesday. We then got Shayna Basler versus Lana. Match went less than 2 minutes. Lana had second thoughts about getting in the ring. They aired a replay of every time Jax had put Lana through a table, along with a counter on the screen. Basler won this match quick. Like I said, it was less than 2 minutes long. She went with a Karafuda clutch. Then everyone thought, okay, they're going to put her through the table. Nia Jax had her all set and ready. And then, Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke stopped that. So then Twitter started going crazy. They ended the streak. They ended the streak of Lana going through the announce table. Well, just wait. So there was an awkward meeting backstage with Lana, Mandy Rose, and Dana Brooke. Lana thanked them for helping her, but they were annoyed and told her to stay out of their way. Either somebody flubbed a line or they wrote weird dialogue, because I don't know why they would say stay out of our way. They're teaming, and Lana's not trying to come after the tag titles like they are, so I don't get that at all. Then we get the god-awful Raw team meeting. This was not good at all. Styles introduced each member of Team Raw. Riddle had on different gear from earlier, so I guess maybe he showered and changed out of his sweaty gear. I don't know. Styles reiterated that Riddle was their missing piece. This led to an argument. Riddle thought, or first, Keith Lee says, "Mr. AJ. Only AJ." And my first thought was, oh no. Please don't tell me that they're turning AJ Styles as far as taking away his last name. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. I do not want them to take AJ Styles' name away. Anyways. Matt Riddle said that maybe everybody here needs a nickname. He said that AJ is Skipper. I can't remember what he called Strowman. He called Keith Lee. Well, first he said happy birthday to Keith Lee. And then said you're Broly. And then called Sheamus Fireface. Sheamus said, what do you mean by Fireface? Because I'm that ginger joke because I got red hair? And he says, no. Because when you get mad, your face turns red. And Sheamus said, well, what's your nickname? Dopey? And Riddle laughed and goes, huh, how'd you know? So Styles stopped them from fighting. And Styles mentioned that, Jey Uso's on a roll. He's on the Raw team, or the SmackDown team. They've also got Kevin Owens. They've also got Baron Corbin. They've also got Seth Rollins. They're growing a really good team over there on SmackDown. And he says that his guys need to work together. So what does he do to have them work together? Has them face each other. 2-on-2. Styles again calls himself the captain and says he's gonna be the referee in this match, as it's Keith Lee and Riddle against Braun Strowman and Sheamus. And I'm like, how is this learning to work together? This is fighting each other. Stupid. Very stupid. Going forward, Strowman and Sheamus had the heat on Riddle. Riddle kicked Styles by accident, so Styles couldn't count when Sheamus put Riddle in a schoolboy. Sheamus got in Styles' face, so Riddle tried another kick, but Sheamus ducked and Styles got kicked again. Strowman and Lee ran at each other, but Styles somehow got between them and got crushed. There's a lot of goofy Styles stuff here. This led to Jordan and Mogben getting in the ring, which, well, they went to break instead. Didn't show anything. Jordan was back outside the ring when we came back, and AJ was perfectly fine. Lee made a big comeback, which included him chucking Sheamus' body into Strowman. Lee also powerbombed Riddle on top of Sheamus. Lee followed this up with a big clothesline on Strowman for a near fall. Sheamus tagged himself in and nailed Lee with a knee strike and a brogue kick. Riddle tagged in and gave Sheamus a German suplex for a 2. Riddle followed with strikes, but Strowman got in his way, which allowed Sheamus to knock him down. Sheamus then set up for the brogue kick, but Strowman tagged in. Strowman set himself up for a power slam, but Sheamus tagged himself in then. Sheamus also knocked Strowman off the apron with a brogue kick. The finish of the match saw Riddle catch Sheamus in a schoolboy for the victory. So yes, Matt Riddle actually picks up 2 pinfall victories tonight on Monday Night Raw. And not just that he was on the winning team in the second match, he won that second match. Alexa Bliss in the back. Oh, is it going to happen? Nope. All right, cool. My Amazon Echo did not go off. Where were we? Alexa Bliss plucked petals off of a flower in the back. She was approached by Nikki Cross. Bliss was happy to see her for the first time in a while. Cross reminded her that she saw her last week. Bliss hoped that Cross has been enjoying the funhouse and thought about inviting her one day. Cross says she's worried about Bliss and him. Cross said she was there for Alexa. She warned Bliss about the Fiend before saying Bliss needed to choose between her or him. Bliss blew the petals in her face and chose him. Bliss then began to laugh. Like Russo said that next week, Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander will be facing the New Day with the Raw Tag Team titles on the line. It'll be a pretty good match, and this stems off of Benjamin and Alexander beating the tag champs last week in a non-title match. So, where was I? So MVP and Bobby Lashley come down to the ring. MVP said Benjamin and Alexander would win the tag titles next week, and Lashley will make short work of Sami Zayn at Survivor Series. They were then interrupted by Titus O'Neil. He said they disrespected him a few weeks back. MVP had respect for him and offered him an opportunity to walk away or else. O'Neil refused to walk away and questioned Lashley's pride as a champion, saying he never defends his title. Lashley said, I'll defend my title right now against you because unlike MVP, I don't respect you, and I'll fight you right now. So we did get Bobby Lashley versus Titus O'Neil with the U.S. title on the line. Match went about 5 minutes and 10 seconds or so, if even that. Like, this match went very short. The match itself wasn't even all that good. Lashley at first couldn't quite get the hurt lock in as Titus O'Neil was too big and close to the ropes. Finally, he got it in, and I don't even think I saw him tap. He just, gave up. Or they just said he gave up. In the back, Sheamus was pissed off and complained about his match to McIntyre. McIntyre said that he should perhaps avoid bro kicking his teammates. Sheamus said that he hated his teammates as much as McIntyre hated this. McIntyre started doing the New Day claps. Sheamus said that he would love to team with Drew McIntyre one day in the future. And then, well, Sheamus ran off all pissed off. It's coming. Sheamus is going to attack Drew McIntyre one of these weeks. It's coming. It's coming. So, going forward, we had a non-title match. It was the Raw Women's Champion Asuka against Nia Jax, one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions. There wasn't much that really happened in this match. Match went about 8 minutes long. And again, not much took place. It was an 8-minute match that was very forgettable. At one point, Nia Jax was in control. So at one point, Nia Jax was in control. Shayna then jumps on the apron because Lana jumped on the apron. The two start fighting. Asuka gets distracted after she had just knocked down Nia with a kick. She goes after Shayna and Lana on the apron, bumps them off with her butt, and then she grabs Nia, puts her in the Coquina clutch. Not the Coquina clutch. That's Joe's move. The Asuka lock. And as Nia was about to tap, Shayna Basler would jump in and cause a disqualification, attacking Asuka. Jax and Basler then beat up Rose and Brooke and Lana all at ringside. This then led to Nia Jax once again putting Lana through the announce table. So the streak was not broken. Jax then told Lana on the mic, "You're dragging us down, just quit. You're dragging us down, just quit." When the Backstage, Schreiber interviewed R-Truth, he said something about, "I got a 7-minute magazine photo shoot tonight." And she goes, "No, you're going to defend your title in a 7-man match." And he goes, "Oh, crap. I got a tie on. No one can attack a man with a tie on." Whatever. Angel Garza cut a promo. Don't know what this is all about other than he says he loves women and women love him back. Okay. Kind of bad. Actually, not kind of bad. It's really bad. So we got the match bell to bell only went 24 seconds. It was R-Truth, Akira Tozawa, Drew Gulak, Grand Metalik, Lince Dorado, Eric, and Tucker. And well, about 24 seconds in, Tozawa pinned Truth. But then, a bunch of people just started pinning a bunch of people. Because this led to Eric pinning Tozawa. Then Gulak pinning Eric. Then Tucker pinning Gulak. Then Gulak pinning Tucker. Then Tucker pinning Gulak. Then Grand Metalik pinning Tucker. Then Lince Dorado pinning Grand Metalik. And then Truth pinning Lince Dorado before he ran off. And everybody ran off after him. And this was bad. If I was watching with just a friend and I said, "Hey, watch this with me. You may not have watched this before. You may haven't watched this in a long time. But watch wrestling with me. See if you like it and what do you think." I would have been embarrassed for them to see this segment. Because this was just goofy comedy and not in a good way at all. But what was good was a 13.5 to 14-minute match between Mustafa Ali and Ricochet. Also, guys, don't forget, if you want to be part of tonight's show, you can do so by texting in to 510-906-1341. Again, that number is 510-906-1341. Ricochet early on sent Ali off the apron with a Hurricane Rana. Retribution surrounded him to cause a distraction. They then cut to break just as Ali was about to give him a swinging neckbreaker. Ali used another neckbreaker after the break, got a 2 off of it. Ricochet came back with the Dragon Suplex. They traded counters until Ricochet hit a Northern Lights suplex and floated over into a brainbuster for a very close near fall. This then allowed Ali then followed this up with a great-looking backstabber off the top for a near fall. Ali taunted and slapped Ricochet, who fired back with a forearm and a reverse Rana. Ricochet did a springboard corkscrew dive onto Retribution on the outside, minus Mia Yim. Ricochet tried a Phoenix splash on Ali, but he moved, and then Ali put him in the Koji clutch. Ricochet passed out, and the ref called the match. So Mustafa Ali technically wins. This was a really good, fun match. These two guys work very well together. In the back, Adam Pearce told Randy Orton, "Next week, you're defending that title. You're defending that title against, Drew McIntyre." Orton was pissed. And Pierce just goes, hey, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you what I'm told. Orton told him to tell the staff that they can go to hell. And then we get the 6-man tag. It was the tag team champions Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods with Drew McIntyre against the WWE champion Randy Orton, Mr. Money in the Bank The Miz, and John Morrison. Early on, New Day took out Miz and Morrison with dives. McIntyre taunted Orton, who just watched from ringside and did not want to get into this match. Miz would try to tag him in, and he did not want to until he finally, like I said, he jumped off the apron. 3 minutes in, we go to break. Come back, and the distraction allowed the heels to take control of Woods after that break. Miz wanted to tag Orton, but he didn't want to get involved. Miz used it kicks in the corner, but Xavier Woods came back with a clothesline and tagged in McIntyre. McIntyre handed out suplexes before suplexing both Miz and Morrison at the same time. Looked great. Great looking spot by the challenger for next week, Drew McIntyre. McIntyre then gave Morrison a neck breaker and a future shock DDT as he stared straight at Randy Orton. McIntyre set up for the Claymore kick, but he decided to slide Morrison over to the corner so Orton could tag in. Orton teased tagging in, but didn't quite do it. Morrison tried a schoolboy with his feet on the ropes, but Woods pushed him off. Miz took out Woods while Morrison wiped out Kofi Kingston with a dive. Miz then tried a sneak attack, but McIntyre gave him a spine buster and hit Morrison with the headbutt. McIntyre then followed this up with a Claymore kick and a pin to pick up the victory. So Drew McIntyre does pick up that all-important victory before next week when he's going to challenge Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. And the last thing we do see is Orton up on the stage, kind of looking concerned, and McIntyre in the ring just ready to go for next week. 100% ready to go. So with that was Monday Night Raw. We got your poll here to see what you guys thought of tonight's Raw. 67% of you thought that Raw was just all right. 22% said you didn't like it, and 11% said you did like it. With that, don't forget, guys, you can be part of tonight's show by texting in to 510-906-1341. Again, that number is 510-906-1341. And I do got to say, there was supposed to be a 10-minute interview segment tonight with Alexa Bliss and Drew McIntyre. That never happened. And that was being, advertised not long before the show went on the air. The first text message we do have here says, where is it? I think Styles was trying to pair members of the team together in teams of 2, so that way they can learn to team together for Survivor Series. Yeah, I get that, but at the same time, it's like you're still fighting your teammates. He should have had these 4 guys take on 4 random guys or something. This person says, also, if the Alexa and Nikki stuff is going to lead to Nikki being part of the Fun House at some point, highly doubt that. I know Nikki Cross is supposed to be on Raw Talk tonight. Haven't seen it yet. This person here. Person says, do you agree with his theory? Lana will be uncleared to compete before the Survivor Series match, and Naomi or Eva will be a replacement. No, because the whole story right now at Lana is that, well, she takes the beating, but keeps coming back week after week, no matter how much of a beating Nia Jax and Shayna Basler give her. So for that to be the storyline, it ain't going to happen where she's going to get pulled from the match. That's just not going to happen. I don't see that happening whatsoever. And finally, this last text message here says, not Raw related, but I'm thinking about Full Gear and MJF winning the other night and thought, what if he uses Inner Circle to get at Moxley again and then gets the group to turn on its own leader, Jericho, somehow? Your thoughts? Now, I think he's going to try and get them to turn on Jericho. Whether they do or not, I don't know. But I don't think this is leading at all to Moxley and MJF again. No. The next feud for Moxley is Kenny Omega, as Kenny Omega did win the number 1 contendership. So that's where Moxley's going next. MJF stuff and Jericho, it's just going to lead to more MJF and Jericho. But with that, guys, I want to say thank you for joining us here, twitch.tv/PWU Unlimited or youtube.com/Pro Wrestling Unlimited. Remember, if you missed any of this show, you can check us out on either of these websites. So with that. You can also check us out on social media. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Pro Wrestling ULTD. Follow us on Instagram by searching for Pro Wrestling Unlimited. And also follow us on Twitter at PW Unlimited. So with that, guys, we will be live again this Wednesday for the AEW Dynamite and NXT reviews. So we'll see you back live then on Wednesday. Have a good night, guys.